Hi guys, welcome back to Hanging Out with Lori. I'm Lori. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, thanks so much for coming back. Today is my second update in the A to Z Project Pan. This was created by Jessica and Amanda over at the PANtastic Ladies Facebook group. I will have their links down below, as well as a link to the PANtastic Ladies Facebook group. A to Z Project Pan is where we assign an item to fit every letter of the alphabet. So there's 26 products in this project. As of last update, I had not completed anything, but I do have a few items that I have completed since then. And so let's just go through all 26 items that I am working on in this project and see where I'm at, see if I've even started them. Yeah, let's just go over them. Okay, so to start it off, of course, we have the letter A. And for the letter A, I brought in my Bare Minerals powder foundation in Aspen 04. At last update, I had repressed this product and I had worked away the middle of it and I had a new ring, but I was able to finish this on March 15th. So this is done, and I am so glad that this is done because I used to wear powder foundation. That's all I wore. But as I've aged it, I have learned that powder foundation makes me look older. So I am glad that this is done and out of my collection. For the letter B, I brought in my Rimmel London, I think it's called Natural Bronzer. As you can see, the print is all off, but this is in the color Sunshine. This is where I am at right now. As of last update, I've really worked this side down. I'm making movement because at last update, not only have I moved this down, but you couldn't see the second ring in, and so now you can see that ring. So that is a positive. For letter C, I have my IT Cosmetics Bye Under Eye Concealer in the shade Light. I did mark it this month, and that is about where I'm at. I mean, right now there's a bubble, but it folds up to there, so I still have quite a bit of product, and with this concealer you need very little, so this is going to be around for quite a while. For the letter D, I brought in my Derma E mineral loose powder, and I put it into this container here because I was not able to stick my brush into that small container. And so now that the powder foundation is gone, I am going to take this loose powder, which I'm hoping you can see. I am going to take it and I'm going to press it into that pan, because that's the biggest pan I own that's empty, and so that way I can use this more efficiently, because to be honest, I don't even use this because I forget about it because it's a loose powder. So, and there is more in here than what is part of the Derma E powder, only because I mixed in a couple other powders from another project into here, which was a good thing because the Derma E powder is extremely yellow, and so it looked really bad on me. So I will be pressing it, so as at next update you will see it in my Bare Minerals container. For letter E, I think I failed to talk about this last month. I have my Pacifica Prism eyeshadow palette, and for the letter E, I picked the shade Mars right here, Mars eyeshadow, hence E, but I have not used this except for maybe once or twice, so I need to get going on it. It's a gorgeous shade. I just forget to use it. For letter F, I have my Heritage flower water, and this is their lavender flower water, and I was having a hard time at the beginning making any movement on it, and the first line actually came off. This is where it was when I started, and I have no idea where that second line went, but now I am actually past this. This is an old line from when I went to film it before, but it's close enough that I'm just leaving it. But I started using this to dampen my sponge when I was using my powder foundation, so I would dampen my sponge with it. I would use it after I washed my face, morning and night. I would use it during the day, and I'm also using it to set my makeup since it's still kind of dry. So I have made a whole bunch of progress. I'm hoping to make a lot more progress in the next month or so. I'm hoping to have this done by you know, mid-year, so June, July. For G, I have my Laura Geller lip scrub. I think it's called Lip Spackle Scrub, or Lip Spackle, I think is what its name is called. But I have it in this jar because the little scrubby parts clogged up the squeezy tube. So as you can tell, I have been just slowly making some progress on this. Hopefully at some point I will, you know, start working on the, you know, hit the wall and then just start working on the pile that's at the bottom. But I think this will take me all year. I mean, that's from a different angle, so as you can tell, there's quite a bit of product in there. The next one, I actually cannot find it somewhere. It's somewhere in a bag somewhere, because I keep all my stuff in a bag, but I couldn't find it. And that's my Burt's Bees hand salve. It's just in a tin. I have not used it. At last update, I hadn't used it, and I said that I was going to start using it, and I guess it wasn't a lie as much as it was I didn't get it done. So H is still needing to get started, but I think once I get it started, it will be okay. For I have my Moroccan Gold Intensive Hair Mask. It has a huge long name, but I don't have my glasses on, so I can't really tell you exactly what that whole name is, but intensive is in that huge title, and so this is where it is at. Usually it is, oh that's nice, there's a hair there. Usually it's on its side, but this has been sitting upright, obviously, so you can see that it's down a ways. It looks to be about right here. That's just kind of a guesstimate, right kind of at the rim where it starts there. That kind of looks, except for this one side where it's up, but on the rest of it, it looks like it's in that one spot. So I am making progress on it slowly but surely. Okay, for the letter J, I have my Marc Jacobs Dot perfume. These lines keep rubbing off, so they're kind of guesstimates where we're at on here. But that is where I started. There's a terrible glare, sorry. That is where I started. Then there is a second line right below it, right there. don't know if you can see it or not. It's barely visible right there. And now it looks like while I was doing this, it completely came off. But I am about right there. Now I have used this since I marked it before when I first went to film this month's, and so it is down a little bit more, but not significantly enough that I want to, you know, make another mark. Although since I keep losing these marks, I don't know what difference does it make, right? But there, you can see it better in the black. But we're right at the wide part of the perfume bottle, so I think it will start to decrease quickly since we're now going in. For the letter K, I have my Carez Basil Lemon Body Butter. This has been in my purse, but I have used it a few times. It looks like when I hold it up to the light, I'm about right there. So I will mark that. But where it was when I started, excuse me, I have no clue. But that is about where I'm at now. I'm further down than I thought I would be, so that's cool. The next one was in a project last year, and that's my Laneige sleeping mask. I have used this since last update. I didn't think I would start to use this until, you know, say April, but I used it in March, and then I put my oils on top of it, but I did use it, so I have made some progress. I think this blue line is actually where it was when we started. I can't really tell where I am at now, and neither will you, because it has obviously been laying on its side and upside down because it's all over my lid and on this side and the rim. So, but that's where I'm at. Yeah, I haven't made a whole lot of progress because that blue line is where it's showing it to be. So, but I have used it, so that is good. I did start using it sooner than I planned, so maybe I need to start incorporating it now that, you know, the weather's starting to warm up. Maybe I need to start incorporating it so I can use it up pretty quickly because there's not a lot left. For M, I have my Bite Beauty multi-stick in mascarpone. This is what it looks like. I measured it on my paper when I went to do this video before, and the lines are really small, and I don't know why everything seems so dark today, but maybe it's just I can't see. But this line, this dark line right here, is where I'm at now, so I still have quite a bit left. I use this on my cheeks as a cream blush. That is what I use it as. I never use it on my eyes, even though you can, and once in a while I put it on as a lipstick, but it's mostly used as a cream blush, and I do like it because I think it gives, you know, a healthier glow to my face. The next one is my nude sticks, and that's because the cap, I can't put the lid on it, and this is Pixie. I do use her quite a bit. In fact, where is she? This is where she is at right now, is right there. You know, I'm going to use her until I can't sharpen her anymore, which I don't know. I think I probably have a little over halfway left to go until she won't sharpen anymore. But I do like Pixie. She's just a little too pale, so I use her more as like a lip liner base and then put my color on top, just so I can use her and enjoy her, but also have some color to my lips. For O, I have gone back into my Pacifica Prism palette, and I have chosen this shade right here called Spaced Out. I have used this a few times. There is a little bit of movement on it, not a whole lot, but more than Mars here. So I'm not sure if I used it at all. Yeah, I used it probably once or twice this last month, but not a whole lot. But it has been used. These are really soft, so, you know, I just really need to focus on them, and I think I could use them up. For the letter P, I'm back in my Pacifica Prism palette, and I chose the shade Prism. That is it right here. And as you can tell, I have made quite a bit of progress. Well, I don't know if you can see since it's kind of dirty on that side, but there's quite a significant dip right in the middle there, which is good. I really like this shade, and I do use it quite often. I just think it's a flattering shade, so I see that as my eyeshadow that will be completed first. The next one I have not used at all in the last month. I have used it since this project started, but in the last month I have not used it. I'm trying to get it out and I'm struggling. But that is my Coastal Scents Hot Pot in Sequest. As you can see, there's a little dip there, but that is from the month prior. So yeah, I need to get to work on Sequest, but it's not the only thing I haven't worked on. Speaking of another item that I have yet to use, and that's letter R, and that is my Reka Turmeric Orange Peel Off Mask. I have not used this mask at all. I need to use it. I do good using up masks if I can use them in the shower, and since this is a peel off mask, I would think the steam would keep it from, you know, making it so I could peel it off. So I have not used it. I need to, but I haven't. The next item is my L'Occitane Shea Butter. It came in a mini tub, and last month I showed you that I had melted it down with one of my broken lipsticks from another project, and put it into some lip balm tubes. This is just one, and there's two of them, but right now it is just a little too hard to use. Just tapped my lips, and I'm never going to get it used by just tapping some on my lips. The next one is another Coastal Scents Hot Pot, and again, I didn't use it in the last month. I did use it the month before, but not this last month, and that is my Deep Teal Hot Pot. I really do like this shade. I like to layer Sequest and Deep Teal together. It is very pretty. don't grab it. So I need to start grabbing both of them. At least both of them have a little dip going. If they didn't have that, I would be a little worried, but a little dip is better than dust on the case, I guess you could say. For the letter U, I have my Urban Decay All-Nighter setting spray. I can't tell you where it is. There's no way to see inside this black bottle, but I do use it. Now that I'm using that flower water, I don't use it all the time, but I reach for this when, say, I'm going to church or I have a special event that I want my makeup to stay looking fresh and good throughout the whole event. I do reach for this. So it has use on it. It's just not as much as, say, it'd probably be done by now, or close to being done, if I wasn't using the flower water as well, but I'm not worried about it. It will get done. For V, I have my Essence Volume Hero Mascara. I am not a fan of this mascara, and in fact, it's getting close to being done. It's starting to get a little dry at the opening, but I don't like the bristles on this. They're like shortened plastic. That's what they feel like to me. They don't feel like they're fibers. They feel like plastic, and I really don't like that because, you know, when I shake and they get me, they really hurt, where the fibers don't hurt quite as bad as these little plastic pokies. So this will probably be retired at the end of March, beginning of April, because I opened it brand new in January, so that would still hit the 3-month mark. And I do try to follow that rule. For the letter W, I actually finished this, and I didn't put a date on this, and anything that I finished during the time that was the craziness before my dad passed, if I didn't write a date on the item itself, I have no idea when I finished it. I just know it was in that time frame. So like the end of February, 1st of March, and what I finished was my Skin So Soft Radiant Moisture Body Wash. I do like this. It's alright. Yeah, it's kind of, I don't know. It's alright. It is moisturizing, I will say that. The next one I had not started because I was working on another product, and I have now since finished that one. And so I began using my Cover FX Blurring Primer. This was brand new. I have used it maybe twice, so there's really no way for me to show you where I am at on this bottle. Just know I am using it, and I was quite surprised. The sample that I used of this was like a white, but this one is tinted, so it kind of freaked me out. I'm hoping it isn't bad. So let me know down in the comments below if you've ever used a Cover FX blurring primer and yours was tinted, or if I need to worry about it. It doesn't have any type of foul smell to it, so I'm just going with it and assuming that it being tinted is just it being tinted. So let me know down in the comments below if you know if that's normal or not. For Y, I have my Ades New York Cuticle Oil, and the line came off that I marked on it, so I don't think I'm going to mark it, but I hadn't used it at all, and you know, at last update I hadn't used it at all, so this is the first update where we've seen movement on it. Granted, not a lot, but some, so I am trying to remember to use it, but I don't use it every day. So I need to, but I'm not quite sure how to. And for the letter Z was my Hemp's Vanilla Plum conditioner. My mom had asked me to finish this up, and I have finished it. Again, there is not a date on here, so I know I finished it end of February, first part of March, but this is done. So I'm glad that this huge thing is done and out of my collection, because it really took up a lot of space in my shower bag. So that means I have finished 3 items on this A to Z project pan, so I have 23 left. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. That would mean the world. You guys take good care of yourself, be safe out there, and I will see you on the next one.